Hey guys, it's Tinker Daily here today, and I am bringing you a super exciting one. So if you're used to my normal schedule, yeah, I do post twice a week, but in February I post 26 times because, an average of 8 times a week clearly isn't enough. No, but this is the A to Z challenge. So for those of you who've never heard of it before and don't know, the A to Z challenge is a challenge I came up with last year. I did have a look around to see if anyone had created a challenge sort of like this before, and I just could not find it for the life of me if anyone had done it. So if you do know anyone who has done this challenge before, definitely let me know because I don't want to be taking claim for something if someone else has made it before me. But from my experience and looking, I have not been able to find anyone who has done this challenge. Like who's done it before February 2023. I think that was the first. Yeah, I think that's the first time I did it. I did look on the gallery for the hashtags and things like that, and there were a few things that sort of came up, but I couldn't find anyone who'd done consistently every single letter like this. But again, if you know someone who's done it before me, definitely let me know. If you've done it before me, 1000% let me know. I don't want to be claiming I made it if you've done it before me. But it's something that I wanted to do, and so I did. So the goal of it is on the 1st of February, I share a build that starts with A. On the 2nd of February, I share a build that starts with B. Until we get to the 26th, and that's when I share my Z build. Um, yeah, so this year I am obviously doing an airport base. However, last year I still think it was 2022 when I did it, but I think it was last year when I did it. I did an army base, and I actually think I did it on this exact same lot as well. Now I'm not doing them all on the same lot like as I did last year, and I'm not doing the same sort of thing as I did last year. I'm actually trying to do some new and different things. So a lot of my inspiration for this year actually came from I did the challenge as a 26-week challenge for the community to take part of. So this build was actually um, uh, inspired by Loveland28 Sims. You'll find them on Instagram. So it's loveland28.sims. And they built an airport. So I thought I would go and build an airport as well. And again, it's not to compete, but I was definitely inspired by it. And I tried to make mine different and my own sort of twist. Um, so yes, if you would like to, definitely go check out that build because it was amazing. Now, if you are watching this video and this is the first time you've ever come across me, you will have missed out on the stream I did this morning because I'm streaming in the morning for this month and sharing videos in the afternoon for myself. Um, Now if this video is released at a different time period than you, I'm just gonna say like it's earlier in the day, in the time period that is existing at this point. I'm just confusing myself now, but pretty much what I'm saying is I am actually sharing the results of that A to Z challenge that I shared with the community. Um, so there is a voting poll type thing. It is linked in my Instagram bio. You don't have to have Instagram to vote, but it is in my bio. So if you go, I think there's a link in the description below. If you click on that, you should be able to see my bio, and it's one of the links um, in the bio. I think I've got 3 links in there. So yeah, so I'm sharing the results from that. And like I said, it's community voted, so if you want to, you can still vote on all of the other builds. Some people did full builds, some people just did room builds, and really there was no limitation, there was no rules, or, other than make sure it's like if it's the first week, you do a letter A, so you just have to stick to the letter. That was really all that's it. So I am releasing the results from that for the next 26 days, which is insane, but I think is super fun. So yes, for the next 26 days I'll be streaming. I would have already streamed once, so 25 more to go. And yeah, like I said, I'll be sharing it and touring the top 2 builds. Now, if there is a tie, I will tour all the tied ones. However, yeah, I definitely want to show off the builds, and I'm super excited to share them. Like it's really cool how many people took part. I think I calculated, well, I know I calculated how many people took part. And it was okay, how many builds there were? How many entries was 135, but there was I'd say 12 people who entered, which is pretty good. I cannot believe that many people entered the challenge. Like, it's a 26-week challenge. I didn't say that everyone, like I said, you could take part in one or none or as many as you wanted. Like, there was no limit. There was no, like, you have to do it every week. It was, if you want to, join. If you don't, don't. So I had some people who joined at the start, and obviously life gets busy. I've had some people who've joined towards the end because they didn't find it until the end. I've had some people do every single week. So yeah, realistically, I didn't expect that many entries. 136, I think I said, which was insane to have a look at, really. I couldn't understand how people kept on top of this, really. And I know some people really wanted to do them all and weren't able to and whatever, but I'm still so proud of each and every one of you who did get involved. And I'm really thankful you all did, because yeah, it really meant the world to me to be able to share this little challenge with you guys. And so yeah, long story short, the end of that ramble, I'm basically saying you can watch the tours over on Twitch. And I might be possibly sharing them on my Instagram if I can figure out how to do that. I have a lot on my plate at the moment, so um I don't know. I don't know if I will do that, but I want to. But pretty much, yeah, it's a lot that's going on this month, so I'm sharing a short and a reel to no, a short and a video to YouTube, a reel and a post to Instagram, and then I'm streaming every day, and I'm also tallying up the results from the voting, because I will be promoting the voting of the next day's builds in the previous day's stream. So when I did the stream today, I'm pre-recording this, so for me the stream hasn't happened, but for you watching, the stream would have already happened. In that stream I would have put out the form for the B builds and gotten people to vote on that. And then yeah, now we're here and ready to go, I guess. Oh well, I say now we're here. No, when I get to that point, I will be sharing the next day's votes, I guess. Like, the next day I'll be sharing it, because I've got to put them all into a little, I can't even think of what it's called, a bar chart race chart? Bar chart race chart, I think that's what it's called, which is super confusing. But basically it'll show the top two. I'm only going to share the top 2, but it'll show like how far and fast they move. Now with this build, I did stream it. I've been streaming the builds sneakily and not telling anyone for a little while now. I started to tell people, like maybe a week or 2 ago. Probably 2 weeks by the time this video comes out. I mean, this video comes out in 3 days, because I thought, I kept procrastinating pre-recording. I edited this video, I've put it together, I've done all the other uploads that I needed to do, I've done the Instagram post, the reel, the short. I just haven't done the video, but now I'm doing it. So yeah, in 3 days time, I'm probably also going to be recording B and C tomorrow after I stream. I'm doing building N. Not quite sure what I want to build yet, but you'll know by now probably what it is. But yeah, it's interesting. Because when I say tomorrow I'm going to stream, yeah, technically, yes, I am going to stream tomorrow when you're listening to this video, tomorrow for you. I'll be streaming till the 26th of January. I nearly said November. What did I say? January? February? I'm so sorry. I've had a very stressful day. Till the 26th of February. Now, if you are someone who lives in a later time zone, that will probably be the 25th for you. And at first I'm going to be streaming pretty consistently on the same at the same time, just because I do have the last bit of uni stuff to get through. So I think I'm going to be streaming morning time, my time, just because I still have class and I can get it in before my class, but by the time I get to afternoon, it's like, yeah. So yeah, I will be streaming morning my time, and if that doesn't seem to work out for people, I can move it. I just, well, the day this video comes out is towards the end of the second last week, so after build, I don't even know which one, I'm thinking my computer could load, that would be very helpful. Okay, build I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it, but if you've been hanging out with me on Twitch, you'll know what it is. But yeah, probably build I'll be fine. I do have an assessment due the week after uni finishes, but what did I say, week I meant day I, I'm so sorry. But I'm gonna hopefully try and get it done sooner. I have got, like, I need to get X amount of my assessments done each day, and today I finished double the amount I was supposed to for one of my assessments, so I might be able to finish them all a little bit early, which would be fantastic because I've got a lot to do before we get to that point. But I'm super excited because, yeah, I am actually quite getting ahead. Like, if I really pushed myself, I could finish one of my assessments tonight, but I don't think it would be best quality, so I might go and finish a build instead just to try and give my brain a little bit of a break. Plus, I really have to finish some of my builds. I'm officially done. Let me check. I've definitely done A. You can see it right here. I have done B, C, D, E, G, E, D, E, G, H, K, and L. So I just need to finish F, I, and J. And tomorrow I'm doing N. And then I don't really have to do building for a little while because that takes me halfway through, sort of halfway through the week of that I have off. So if I do really well and keep on top of my studies, I can definitely get some builds done in advance, and I'm super excited about that because some of them are a bit bigger than what I normally do. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I also could not tell you why I put these pieces together. Actually, maybe I can. I think what I wanted to do was, I don't actually know what I wanted to do. I think I was trying to get one of them. You know what? I could not tell you. I basically just stressed myself out with this because I don't understand what I was doing. I don't know why I put two cabinets together. It really confuses me why I did that. Because, yeah, now you can see the blue ones underneath. If I just had not done that, you wouldn't have seen it. I could not tell you why I did that. And because I noticed it with the, when you first come into an airport and you go through security, that baggage line bit, I could not tell you why I also did that. because it honestly just did not make any sense. But I didn't fix it on this end because I'd spent so much time and effort on it that I just did not want to have to deal with it. I'm pretty sure that one time when I came back to this build, everything had been moved and lost, but I think when I upload the build it'll be fine. I think it's all good. Yeah, I honestly don't know what I was thinking and doing with this, but I definitely did enjoy trying to use Tool a bit more. Just because I don't normally use it, and yeah, like I said, it's quite interesting. And another thing I find really odd is that I get scared to use Tool on stream, and I could not explain to you why. Like, it just baffles my mind as to why I don't want to use it on stream. It's a perfectly normal and valid thing to use on stream, and I don't know why it stresses me so, but it does. So yeah, I've been trying to use it more and more often on stream. Again, this build here didn't phase me, didn't stress me at all. I had a fantastic time. Like, yeah, it was super stressful, but it was fine. Like, I wasn't too worried. And I had heaps of fun trying to, like, I mean, I say fun, but also frustration by trying to line these all up. And then just duplicating it on the other side, and that saved so much time, and it was awesome to, like, to do that. But now I don't know, it's just started to, like, stress me out using it, and I could not tell you why. But I have been trying to use it more and more often to not be so stressed about it. Like, I don't understand why I got so stressed about it. But anyway, like, I'm definitely a bit more happy to use it, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's, yeah, whatever. No, just being able to use this and not have to worry about, like, putting these all manually and changing them all manually. It was honestly a really, really good experience, because if I had tried to do this all manually, I probably would have cried. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. And it kind of helped me try and get out of my head of, like, oh, how do I do this? What do I do? And just try and use items differently. I think this is probably the scammiest thing I've done. That's a term I've heard in community. I've definitely heard Freshpick use it, and he uses it to explain, like, items that are used to, like, when you make something but it's not supposed to be what it is. And that's kind of what I did with this. So yeah, trying to make, like, this little conveyor, sorry, conveyor. Unfortunately all these bags disappeared, so I had to put some more down, but that's fine. The bags back here didn't disappear though. So I don't know what happened. I think that might have been like a glitch or something. But yeah, I honestly had the time of my life just building this, and yep, see, this is where I break it, and then I have to rebuild it, and I cry. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but you know, we fixed it. Well, at least I tried to. Anyway, I did this build, I believe, on the 25th of November, so that's when I started streaming consistently to do these builds. Wow, okay. I'm just confused as to what I'm doing. So if anyone can tell me, that would be fantastic, because I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm just trying to fix it on Tool again because I ruined it. Yeah. I love tool, and I really wish that console players could use it, because I know there's some console players out there who are absolutely amazing and would 1000% be amazing builders with it. I mean, they're already these people are already amazing builders today, but yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing with these. Anyway, yeah, look, I wrote down a bunch of things to try and make sure I could stay on track and talk and not get lost and sidetracked, and then I talked about all of them in the first 6 minutes. So yeah, I don't really know what's going on there. Normally I am a bit all over the place anyway, but I really want to try and be a bit better with staying on topic and speaking about things clearly and coherently. Which I'll probably be able to do better once I'm not like super stressed at uni and whatever, because I honestly was trying to read a question today for an assessment, and I read it about 87 times, and I just almost started crying because I just could not comprehend what it was saying. But anyway, yeah, I definitely think that will be reduced once uni finishes for semester. Unfortunately, well, actually, no, fortunately, I have most of February off. I don't actually know when I go back, which is probably not a good thing. But I know that I should have February off. And I probably shouldn't be Googling things while paying attention to you guys, because I can't do two things at once. See, this is... I'm still not the greatest. Hang on. Okay. Now I'm still distracted. Okay. So sorry about that. I'm not the best with paying attention to things and staying on track and keeping my head in one place. That one. Okay, yeah, I definitely have all of February off, which is fantastic because I definitely need it. And I think like once I've been looking at my calendar, once uni finishes, I basically can just spend like 1 week getting a bunch of videos done and builds and whatnot, and then just take it really slow after that. Like after my tomorrow, I will be up. I'll be over halfway through my builds, which means if I work on one of them kind of this week, one of them kind of next week, that gives me a couple of days to do a few of them that I think won't be too hard to do, won't take too long. But yeah, it'll also give me time to just relax and do whatever I want and hang out and stream with people and yeah, just not stress so much really. But for the first little bit, it's definitely going to be stressful, and I'm going to definitely be worried about how I'm going to keep on top of things, but knowing me, I will somehow do it. I definitely don't recommend biting off more than you can chew, which is something I do too much, too often. And last February I was like, yeah, I'm probably never going to do that again because that was horrible. But yeah, that's not something I recommend. Because yeah, it's super stressful and can actually affect your body and your mind. Like sometimes I find when I'm super stressed, I can't think of how to speak all the words, and normally I wouldn't say I'm like quite eloquent, but normally I'm pretty coherent. I can be understood, I can make sense, and like I said, yeah, coherent. But sometimes when I get stressed, I I can't even figure out how to put words and sentences together in my mind. It just becomes super stressful, and that's when I know I've definitely gone too far and I have to take a little bit of time to relax. And that's what I've been doing for a bit, is just resting, relaxing, taking care of myself. So make sure, if you are someone who does get super stressed and, you know, bites off more than they can chew a lot, definitely take some rest and be okay and unafraid with saying no. This is why I've never taken part in a collab, and why I don't take part in a lot of challenges, is because I just don't have the time nor the capacity to um to commit myself to all of that, and I'd rather be able to give 100% to the people who are wanting it than to give 1% to everyone. And to me, the A to Z challenge is pretty important. I have so many ideas bouncing around in my head for things that I could do or participate in or things like that, and I know if I commit to one, I'll commit to them all, so I just don't do things that can lead to that. But then it makes me pretty sad, because then I'm not like taking part in these fun challenges that people have. So like Tattooed Simmer has got a challenge that's going to happen soon. I think it's like a, oh, I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a you go up against someone, and if you lose, it's brackets. There we go. It's a bracket styled competition. And I don't think I have it in me to give 100%, and I don't want to take part in something like that, especially for someone who I consider a friend, and not give my 100%. So yeah, I definitely need to learn how to balance a bit more, and yeah, take care of myself and all that jazz. So yeah, I don't know. Long story short, I spend a lot of time doing a lot of things, and I need to rest and relax, and you should too if you're the same. Which is why I choose to do this challenge in February, because it's probably the best time for me to do it. I've intentionally put my easiest classes in February last year and this year, so that, well, for one, I'd be finishing them up in February, but for one, it's the easiest courses for me to do over Christmas, and leaves the harder courses over the other semesters, because I do the summer semester. And then, yeah, it gives me a maximum amount of time, because I don't have any quizzes or exams at this point. I've looked at all my courses and all the assessments for all of them, and how many how many have end of semester exams and how many don't, and yeah, luckily I don't have any for this semester, and so I'm able to commit to this. And thankfully I started pretty far ahead with this challenge. So like I said, I started this on the 25th of November. I probably should have started way earlier, but did I? No, because I had some other stuff going on, and I just needed to not worry about that stuff. And then I went away for a weekend, and that made me not go back to stream earlier. If that had been the case, I would have been doing my O build tomorrow. But that's fine. I don't know. It's exciting, and I'm keen to get this sort of stuff done, and I love how much detail I'm putting into it and how many hours. Like, I had to cut this video down. There is, yeah, a bunch of stuff that was cut out. So like the floors I cut out because I did that myself. I had to go around and put each tile down on the diagonals, and then come in and put the second one in. The second one in was fine. It was literally just auto-filled in the rest of the gaps, but I cut out that because it was like a good 45 minutes of footage, which I did on stream. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it was like a good 45 minutes, and it was honestly exhausting. but I definitely feel proud of what I did. I think, yeah, I think I did alright with this build. Like, it's not my favorite build I've ever done, but there are some things in this build that I'm like, you know what? You've never done something like that before. And you've never put like that much effort in before. Not that I don't put effort into builds. I'm definitely trying to put more and more effort in every single time I build. But there are ideas that I've just never utilized before, and it's made me really happy to have made those advances and jumps. Like, I've never put that much effort into tool before in a build. Now, is what I made fantastic and brilliant and mind-blowing? No, not at all. But is it something that makes me proud? Yes. Yes, it is. And that's what matters. I'm all about, you know, improving yourself and working on yourself every day. My favorite, I wouldn't say it's my favorite saying, but one saying that I definitely adhere to is 1% better today, 2% better tomorrow. And the whole point of saying 1%, 2%, like, people think, oh, well, then the day after that is 3%. I was like, no, it could be anything. And the other thing is it kind of resets every single time you make an improvement. Like, there is never a point at which you can be 100%. So today I'm going to do 1% better than yesterday, and tomorrow I'm going to do 2% better than today. Maybe the day after that I don't make any improvements and I just stay neutral, stay in the position I am. But maybe the day after that I do 5%, and it's just all about, yeah, working on yourself and getting better. So I'm very proud of what I have achieved, and I'm proud that with this build, like, I wasn't going to do this section here, I was just going to leave this section blank. That's why I covered it up with a lot of crates. But I decided, you know what, no, I'm going to actually go in and fill it in, and I know I'm tired, but just go in and get it done. But anyway, thank you for coming to the video. Thank you if you made it all the way to the end. I hope you guys enjoy the next 25 days of videos, because it's definitely going to be intense and insane, and you're probably going to hear me not fall apart, but definitely reach steps closer to insanity. But I love this challenge anyway, and I'm probably going to run it again as a 26-week challenge, so if you ever do want to take part in it in the future, 1 build or 26 builds or 5 or whatever, you absolutely can, because I will 1000% be adding it again. To definitely check out my Instagram and my Discord, because I'll probably be hosting it on my Discord this time. Like, putting it on Instagram, but hosting it on my Discord make my life a lot easier. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for watching the video, and I hopefully will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.